Morning to all. Welcome back to the class. In the last class, we saw some problems in probability. Let us continue. And I was explaining some algebra of events. In the last class, we saw some impossible event, sure event, and simple event, compound event we saw. Impossible event means getting more than 6 after throwing a die. That is impossible. Getting less than 1. That is also impossible. Such events are called impossible events. Sure events. Getting less than 7, more than 0. That is sure event. Means whatever the sample space is, the same thing we should get. That is called sure event. Next, simple event. Simple event means there will be only one element, only one outcome in the set. That event, such events are called simple events. Next, compound events. Compound event means more than one event, more than one outcome. More than one element should be there in the set. Such event is called, such set is called compound event. Now let us see algebra of events. Write down, side heading algebra of events, under that write down let capital A, capital B, capital C. Let capital A, capital B, capital C be the events associated with an experiment whose sample space is S. Whose sample space is S. And that first one, complementary event. And that first one, first segment, complementary event. This is the first segment. This is the first segment. Complementary set, already we have seen A dash. If A is a set, A dash is called a complement of the set A. A dash means universal set minus A. Same like that here also. A dash means S minus A. In the sets chapter, U means universal set. In this chapter, S means sample space. Okay? So that's it. That is the difference between that and between sets and probability chapters. This much small difference is there. I mean in this concept. Okay. So A dash is same like there A union B is there. Here also same concept A union B. A intersection B. Here also A intersection B. A but not B. That also. These are called algebra of events. Right? So write down setting complementary event. Under that write down for every event capital A, comma, there corresponds another event A dash. There corresponds another event A dash called the complement to A. It is also called the event. It is also called the event not A. Okay. You can write the example. The example letter. Consider the experiment of throwing a die. Therefore, S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the event capital A equal to 2, 4, 6. Therefore, A dash equal to S minus A. A dash equal to S means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A means 2, 4, 6. So A dash will be 1, 3, 5. Right? Like same sets chapter, nothing is there. Very simple and easiest concept. Sets chapter already you came across. Nothing to explain much, right? Next, second side heading is only, algebra of events. In algebra of events only. Next side heading. You pass the video and take down the notes and you should be up to date. The event A or B. The event A or B. The sets A and B are two events. The sets A and B are two events associated with the sample space. Associated with the sample space. Then A union B is the event. Then A union B is the event. Inverted commas start. Either A or B or both. Either A or B or both. Inverted commas close. This event A union B is called A or B. This event A union B is called A or B. That's it. A union B also we came across already if capital A equal to 1, 2, 3. Capital B equal to 4, 5, 6. Then A union B equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sets chapter we saw already. Same thing. Next third one. The event A and B. Same like previous one. If A and B are two events, then the set A intersection B denotes the event. Inverted commas start A and B. Inverted commas close. It is also called as A and B. That's why A intersection B, A and B both are same. So finally what you have to write? If A and B are two events, then the set A intersection B denotes the event A and B. That's enough. For those two examples are not necessary. Only for first one complementary. Just to give you idea about that set chapter. That's it. Anyhow we are going to solve in the problems. So it is not necessary. Next one, fourth one, the event A but not B. The event A but not B. The event A but not B. Under that write down A minus B is the set of A minus B is the set of all those elements which are in A but not in B. A minus B is the set of all those elements which are in A but not B. Therefore, A minus B may denote the event. Therefore, A minus B may denote the event. Inverted comma start A but not B. A but not B. Next line, therefore, A minus B equal to A intersection B dash. Therefore, we know that, right? We know that A minus B equal to A intersection B dash. This is already we learned. This formula already we learned in sets chapter. Okay. Another write down. So these are called algebra of events. This is fourth one. So these are algebra of events. Algebra of events 4. Algebra of events only 4 are there. Complement, union, complement, union, intersection, and A but not B. These 4 are called algebra of events, right? Algebra of events. Next one, mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means actually intersection between the two events should be fine. For example, consider the same experiment. See, if we consider the same experiment, then we can understand the concept easily. Once if we understand the concept easily, whatever the experiment they gave in the question, we can solve easily, right? So again and again I take the experiment of throwing a die. So if you throw a die, sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Let the capital A be the event of getting even numbers. Let the capital B be the event of getting odd numbers. What is A intersection B? A intersection B is a 5. So common element is not there. So A and B are called mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events. Okay, understood? Right. Side heading, mutually exclusive events. Under that item, two events capital A and capital B are called mutually exclusive events. Two events capital A and capital B are called mutually exclusive events if the occurrence of any one of them excludes the occurrence of the other event. Okay. Otherwise, sir, what is this definition? You told definition something, here you have written something. You can write this only. How to write the definition? In our own language. Let S be the sample space. Let A and B are two events of the experiment. If A intersection B equal to 5, then the events A and B are called mutually exclusive events. Over. Simple language, very clear. Then why did you tell this much occurrence of some event, occurrence of excludes, occurrence of something? That is textbook language. I have teached like that. In normal day-to-day language, this is the way you can write. Okay, both are absolutely correct, no doubt about it. So that is called mutually exclusive events. If a sample space contains n distinct events, there are exactly n events. Next segment, exhaustive events. Exactly for this opposite. A intersection B equal to 5 means we can say that A and B events are mutually exclusive. If A union B equal to complete sample space means then we can say that A and B are exhaustive. We have to find intersection. If the answer is 5, then we can say that both the events are mutually exclusive. We have to find the union between the events. Then if our answer is a complete sample space, then we can call both the events as exhaustive events. Intersection 5, mutually exclusive. Union sample space, both the events exhaustive. That's it. Intersection mutually exclusive. Union equal to yes, intersection equal to 5, mutually exclusive. Union equal to yes, then exhaustive. Which are exhaustive? These two. Which are mutually exclusive? These two. Clear? So then for every question we get for all events, then so in that case all events will be mutually exclusive and exhaustive. No. Suppose capital A equal to one person has taken like this, capital B equals to 2, 3, 4. Whether these two are mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means what? Intersection between the events should be 5. Exhaustive means what? A union B equal to sample space. We don't get sample space if you find union between these two. Right? So these two are not mutually exclusive, not exhaustive. Right? Yes, let us start the questions. A die is rolled, let E be the event. Just a second. Yeah. A die is rolled. To write down the question, I will tell the answer on the board. A die is rolled, full stop. Let capital E be the event. Let capital E be the event. Die shows 4. Die shows 4. And capital F be the event. Die shows even number. Die shows even number. Okay. And question is, are E and F mutually exclusive? Question is, are E and F mutually exclusive? Are E and F mutually exclusive? Solution. Solution. What is the capital E? Die shows 4. Means only 4 will be there. What is the capital F? Die shows even number. Even number means 2, 4, 6. They are asking about whether both are mutually exclusive or not. Mutually exclusive means we have to find intersection. Intersection means equal to 4, which is not equal to 5. Therefore, E and F are not mutually exclusive. Are not mutually exclusive, right? Right, next question. The next question is, a die is thrown, full stop. Describe the following events. A die is thrown, full stop. Describe the following events. First one, capital A. First one, capital A. A number less than 7. A number less than. A number less than 7. Capital B, a number greater than 7. A number greater than 7. Capital C, multiple of 3. Capital D, a number less than 4. Capital E, an even number greater than 4. An even number greater than 4. An even number greater than 4. Sixth one, F, a number not less than 3. A number not less than So find this complete question. You have to do homework related to sets chapter. A union B, A intersection B, B union C, E intersection F, D intersection E, A minus C, D minus E intersection F dash, comma F dash. These are the questions. Okay? These are the questions. Those are the questions. These are very simple questions for like sets chapter only. If you know A and B sets, we can find union, intersection, intersection. Simple, stupid questions I can say. Very easiest questions I can say. Very easiest questions. Capital A number less than 7. Less than 7 means capital A will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Capital B a number greater than 7. It is a 5. Capital B will be 5. 5 means write like this, otherwise write like this, but don't write like this. Next, capital C, a multiple of 3, 6. A number less than 4, less than 4 means 1, 2, 3. An even number greater than 4, even number greater than 4 means 6. A number not less than 3, dangerous one it is. Dangerous one it is. Number not less than 3. Not less than 3 means maybe 3 also. Not less than 3 equal to 3. More than 3. Not less than 3. You should not get less than 35 marks out of 100. Means you should get 35 also. Correct? You should not get less than 35. If you get 35, then you pass. More than 35, very good. Not less than 3 means 3 also will come. More than 3 also will come. So be careful with F. Remaining you will do. Later, I will do only this one. This is, some students may face problem. I will do that one. 3, 4, 5, 6. E and E intersection F dash. What is E? First of all, F dash. First of all, F means how much? 3, 4, 5, 6. F dash means S minus F. S minus F. What is S? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is F? 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the answer? 1, 2. This is F dash. E intersection F dash. E intersection F dash. What is E? Even number greater than 4. F dash 1, 5. Okay, now, right? So this is the answer. E intersection F dash. Remaining you can do as homework. I think nobody gets any doubt in this. Why? Because sets chapter already completed. Not every single question is difficult. I already told all the sets. Okay? Right. Let us see the next question. Question number 2 over. Next question number 3. Write down. An experiment involves rolling a pair of dice. Rolling a pair of dice. An experiment involves rolling a pair of dice and recording the numbers that comes up. Describe the following events. Capital A, the sum is greater than 8. Capital A, the sum is greater than 8. Capital B, 2 occurs on either side. 2 occurs on either side. Capital C, the sum is at least 7. The sum is at least 7 and a multiple of 3. And a multiple of 3. The question is, which pairs of these events are mutually exclusive? Which pairs of these events are mutually exclusive? The simple concept, mutually exclusive meaning, if you know, then nothing is there. Mutually exclusive is what? Intersection between two events should be found. Then let us try to find out. First of all, solution. Sample space is equal to how many elements will come? Yesterday in the last class we discussed. We are throwing a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 chances are there. How many times we are throwing? 2 times we are throwing. Answer is 36 elements. Answer is 36 elements, right? So what are those 36? In the last class we wrote, I think, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. Clear? How can we write capital A? Sum is greater than 8. Sum of these two greater than 8? No, 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 no. Sum should be greater than 8. 2, 5, no, 2, 6. 2 and 6. Sum of 2 and 6 is 8, but we want greater than 8. So 2, 6 we cannot write. 3, 6 we can write. 3, 6. 4, 5. 4, 6. 5, 3. 5, 4. 5, 3 means 5 plus 3, 8. We want greater than 8. 5, 4. 5, 5, 6. 6, 3. 6, 4. 6, 5, 6, 6. Sum of these two, 12 greater than 8, 9 greater than 8, 10 greater than 8, 9 greater than 8, which is 11 greater than 8, greater than 8, greater than 8. 5 plus 6, 5 plus 6, 11 greater than 8, greater than 8, greater than 8. So all these are sums should be greater than 8. Capital B. 2 occurs on either side, either this side or that side or both sides. We are throwing 2 dice. We are throwing 2 dice. Remember. One, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, both the dice we got second die 2, second die 2, second die 2, second die 2, first die 2, first die 2, first die 2, first die 2. On first die we got 2. On second die we got 2. On both the dice we got 2. Next see. Sum is at least 7. At least 7. In the coming test, paper is very easy. इतना easy है paper. At least you can score 35. What does it mean? That is the least mark in the class. That is the least mark in the class. Means at least 35 you can score, means more than 35 also you can score. Understand? At least 35. Paper is dead easy. At least you can score 35 marks. It means that you can score 35 or more than 35 marks. At least 7 means at least 7 or more than 7. At least 7 more than 7. Sum is at least 7 or more than 7. At least 7 means that is the least one, more than up to 12. Maximum 6, 6 in sample space. If we throw 2 dice, maximum on first die 6, maximum on second die 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 is the maximum. And it should be a multiple of 3. Okay, now capital C. 1 comma 1 is sum is 7. No. Like that you have to keep on checking in sample space. So sum should be 9. Where we get in 2 we don't get 2 comma 6 is the maximum. 2 comma 6 is the maximum in 2. In the line 2, in this line 2 comma 6 is maximum, but sum is 8. In line 3, maximum 3 comma 6, sum is 9. 3 comma 6 means 9. So 3 comma 6. Next 4, in the line 4 comma 5. 4 comma 6 means 10, but 10 is not a multiple of 3. That's it. Next 5 comma 4. 5 comma 5, 5 comma 6, those are not multiples of 3. Sum is not multiple of 3. Next 6 comma 3, 6 comma 6. That's it. Among these 3 events, which are mutually exclusive is the question. Which are mutually exclusive is the question. Let us see. Let us try to find out A intersection B. Sorry, it's very lengthy. A intersection B. My God, no need. Very simple. How to find in a simple way? What B says, 2 should be there on either die, either second die or first die. Here 2 is not there at all, but anyway A intersection B equal to 4. Let us see A intersection C. Yeah, 3 comma 6 is there, 3 comma 6 is there. It is not equal to 5, that's enough. Remaining no need to see. Whether it is equal to 5 or not, no, it is not equal to 5. Both are not, A and C are not mutually exclusive. Next, remaining B and C. B and C. Same concept. 2 is here, everywhere 2 is there, but 2 is not there. Simple way to identify, it is equal to 5. Therefore, A and B, comma, B and C are mutually exclusive. Understood? A and B and B and C, or A and B, comma, B and C are mutually exclusive. Right? Okay, now let us see next question. The next question is third question over now. Fourth question. Right now. 3 coins are tossed once. 3 coins are tossed once. First up, let the capital A denote the event. Let the capital A denote the event. 3 heads show. Come on, capital B denote the event. 2 heads and 1 tail show. 2 heads and 1 tail show. Come on, capital C denote the event. 3 tails show. And capital D denote the event. A head shows on first coin. Which events are? First sub question mutually exclusive, second sub question simple, third sub question compound. First sub question mutually exclusive, second sub question simple event, third sub question compound event. Answering for this question helps you to solve the next question. Right? Solution. Capital A equal to 3 heads show. 3 heads show means 3 heads. First of all, I will write sample space. That is better. Sample space trick I already told. I am not going to repeat again and again and again. H, 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 T, H, T, H, H, T, 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 H, H, T, H, T. TTH, TTT. What about capital A? 3 heads show. There are 3 heads. What about capital B? 2 heads should be there, 1 tail should be there. 2 heads, 1 tail. 2 heads, 1 tail. 2 heads, 1 tail. 2 heads, 1 tail. H, H, T, H, T, H, T, H, H. Capital C. 3 tails show. I will finish capital C. Okay, capital C here. Next, capital D. A head shows on first coin. First coin head, first coin head, first coin head, first coin head. So first 4 will come. Right now, among these, which events are mutually exclusive? First question. A intersection be mutually exclusive? Yeah. A intersection C mutually exclusive? Yes. Why? Because common elements are not there. A intersection B? No. H, 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 H. No. So, A, B, C, D. A intersection B we check. A intersection C we check. A intersection D we check. Now, BC, BD. Let us see BC. BC. Yes. Next BD. No. HHT is there. HHT is there. Next, last one CD. CD. Yes. Therefore, A and B, comma, A and C, comma, D and C, comma, C and D are mutually exclusive. Okay, now next second sub question, simple events. Simple events means what? In that event there should be only one element. Only one element is there. Here 1, 2, 3 elements are there. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there. So we can say that these two are compound events, these two are simple events. So second sub question answer, capital A and capital C are simple events. Third sub question answer, capital B and capital D are compound events. Right? Let us see next question. Question number 4 over question number 5. Yeah, question number 5. These things will be helpful for us. Question number 5. 3 coins are tossed. 3 coins are tossed. Full stop. Describe. First sub question. 2 events which are mutually exclusive. 2 events which are mutually exclusive. 2 events which are mutually exclusive. So in the examination, if we ask this question, how to write the answer? Describe the events which are mutually exclusive. Write the example for the events which are mutually exclusive. If we ask the question like that, how to write? The answer should be written like this. Consider the experiment of throwing a die. Sample space, tossing a coin 3 times. Here it is very easy. Consider the experiment of tossing a coin 3 times. Let capital A be the event of 3 heads show. Capital B be the event of 3 tails show. A intersection B equal to 5. Therefore, A and B are mutually exclusive. That's it. Okay, now consider the experiment of tossing a coin 3 times. Let capital A be the event of getting 3 heads show. Capital C be the event of getting 3 tails show. A intersection B, capital B is the event of getting 3 tails show. A intersection B equal to 5. So A and B are mutually exclusive. That's it. Still, if you want to write more simple, starting is compulsory. Consider the event of tossing a coin 3 times. Therefore, let the capital A equal to capital B equal to A intersection B not equal to A intersection B equal to 5. That's A and B are mutually exclusive. Right? Like that you can finish. Now second sub question. What is second sub question? 3 events which are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. 3 events which are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. 3 events should be there. Mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Mutually exclusive and exhaustive means, if you observe carefully, here we don't get it all. Right? Mutually exclusive means intersection among those 3 should be 5. If you club all those 3, answer should be sample space. That's what it means. Mutually exclusive means A intersection B equal to 5. Exhaustive means A union B equal to sample space. Okay, here they are asking us to frame the events, 3 events. 3 events which are mutually exclusive means intersection should like this. If you add all the events, then also you don't get sample space. Okay, so let us frame one example. Capital A equal to HHH, capital B equal to TTT, capital C equal to right. We can frame the example like this. Okay, we can frame the example like this. Capital A equal to HHH, capital B equal to triple T, capital C equal to minor. Sample space we divide into three parts, that's it. First part only H, second part only T, third part remaining elements. Intersection among these three, 5. Union among these three, sample space. Okay, this is the sample space. We divide into three parts, HHH, triple T and remaining part. If you club all those things, we get sample space only. If we find the intersection among those, common part is not there, that's why it is 5. Right? Next, third sub question, let us see. What is third sub question? Two events which are not mutually exclusive. Two events which are not mutually exclusive. Which are not mutually exclusive. See there, if you take these two are not mutually exclusive. Why? Because intersection is not by HHH is here, HHS is here also. Those two are not mutually exclusive. Let capital A equal to this one, capital B equal to this one, A intersection B not equal to 5. Those two are not mutually exclusive. That is the third sub question. Next, fourth sub question, two events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Two events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. But not exhaustive. Let us see. Two events which are mutually exclusive. These two are mutually exclusive. Why? Because intersection between these two is 5. And not exhaustive. Exhaustive means intersection, union between both the events should be sample space. If you find the union between these two, do we get sample space? No. If you find the intersection between these two, do we get the 5? Yes. We are getting 5 after finding intersection between these two. That's why it is mutually exclusive. After finding union between these two events, we are not getting sample space. That's why it is not exhaustive. That's it. You can write this example. Let a capital A equal to HHH, capital B equal to TTT. Therefore, A and C are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Why? Because A intersection B equal to 5, A union B is not equal to 5. Right? And the fifth sub question, is three events which are mutually exclusive. Three events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Three events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Let us consider. Can we take first three? Yeah, first three we can take. First three we can take. First three are mutually exclusive. A, B, C. Mutually exclusive. Why? Because the intersection among these three is 5. So mutually exclusive. But not exhaustive. If you find the intersection among these, if you find the union among these three, then it will not be sample space. That's why it is not exhaustive. Clear? So that is the way of framing the examples in the examination if they ask the question. Right? With that fifth question also over, write the next question and do it as homework. Write the next question. 2 dice are thrown, full stop. Next question is simple. 2 dice are thrown, full stop. The events capital A, capital B and capital C are as follows. The events capital A, capital B, capital C are as follows. The events capital A, capital B and capital C are as follows. Right. First one, capital A, getting even number on the first die. Getting even number on the first die. Next line, capital B, getting an odd number on the first die. Getting an even number on the first die means 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 6, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. On first day there should be even number. On second day they did not mention anything. On second day they did not mention anything, right? So on first day it should be even number. So capital A will be 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. Next line, capital B, getting an odd number on the first die. Getting an odd number on the first die. Answer, capital B, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 5, 5, 6. Next line, capital C, getting the sum of the numbers on the dice less than or equal to 5. Capital C, getting the sum of the numbers on the dice less than or equal to 5. Capital C are correct. Sum should be less than or equal to 5. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Less than or equal to 5. Sum of these two is 5. Accepted. Next 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1. That's it. Okay. Now what to find? Right. State true or false for the following, my God, that you have to. State true or false. First supposition, A and B are mutually exclusive. First supposition, A and B are mutually exclusive. Second supposition, A and B are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. A and B are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Third supposition, A equal to B dash. Third supposition, A equal to B dash. Fourth supposition, A and C are mutually exclusive. A and C are mutually exclusive. Fourth supposition. A and C are mutually exclusive. Next, fifth supposition. A and B dash are mutually exclusive. A and B dash are mutually exclusive. Last supposition, A dash, B dash and C. A dash, B dash and C dash, C and C dash are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Right? With that, this exercise is over. Let us see new exercise. Maybe that will be the last one. I'll see. Next sum section. Next. Okay, let us see in the next class. Next exercise is there. Next exercise is there. That exercise takes some time. That's it. Within 2 classes or 3 classes, it will be over. Within 2-3 classes, this chapter will be over. Right? Thank you very much. See you in the next class.